My name is Nevena Semova and I'm a filmmaker from Bulgaria. I'm here at the Mammoth Lakes Film Festival with my short documentary Jar of Time. So Jar of Time is about a couple of Bulgarian Pomaks. This is a Muslim minority living in the remote mountains. And we follow them over a course of a year as they look for fresh grazing fields for their cows and sell their dairy products to sustain themselves. The conflict in the story comes from the fact that after entering EU, there is very strict regulations on dairy production, so the couple have to navigate this landscape of their traditional way of life versus the new regulations. It was our North American premiere. It was very exciting. I'm so happy to be here in Mammoth Lakes. The film has had a very good festival run and was very well accepted in Europe and in Bulgaria. And I was wondering how people would react to it over here across the ocean. So the reception has been very positive. People have come up to me to congratulate me on the film, which always feels amazing. And we had a very active Q&A session with the audience. I think it's a new life, it's a new world that you get to experience through the film, and it raises a lot of questions. Not all of them are answered because it's an observational documentary. It's not meant to necessarily inform and teach, but more to open a conversation about traditions, about legacy, and where these type of traditions stand nowadays in our society. During the Q&A, some people asked about patenting this way of producing dairy products. And I know that it has been done in France with their wines or in Greece with their yogurt and feta. And we in Bulgaria are very sad because we are not great at marketing, so we didn't do that. But in fact, the bacteria that is used to create yogurt is called Bacillus bulgaricus. So I'm hoping this little bit of information gets this information through to the audience, and it made me think that maybe through this film we can actually really do something in terms of legislation, lobbying about our non-material heritage. So we started the process in 2023. So what we see in the short is coverage filmed over 18 months. But we are also working on a feature-length version of that film, and there we cover the last 3 years basically, and we follow a protagonist who was 14 years old when we started, and now he's 17, so there is this coming-of-age story, and again, the conflict between old traditions and new. So would he continue living in this way, or would he just decide to live a normal life in the city? I got the idea for Jar of Time in 2020 when I went to a dam in Bulgaria where I used to go as a child, and I knew that we could buy yogurt from there. So I was heading for my master's degree, which was going to be 2 years traveling abroad to Portugal, to Scotland and to Estonia, and I really wanted to get the bacteria to take with me. And I met this woman there, and she gave me the jar of yogurt, and she was like, "Don't come back without a firstborn." So I was like, okay, I'm not about to have a firstborn. I must keep this bacteria alive for the foreseeable future. So I ended up having to make yogurt on a daily basis, and that's a lot of yogurt. So I would give a jar as a gift, as a thank you note to everyone I knew. So I became known as Lady Yogurt. So everyone was like, when are you gonna make a documentary about yogurt? So I started as soon as I got the chance, and it turned out to be more of a human portrait of resilience and love and compassion, more than it is about the dairy, but the dairy making is a nice backdrop to it. So the cinematographer and co-author of Jar of Time is Swapnil Arjun. He's an Indian cinematographer, extremely talented, working by me side by side for the last 5 years. And he doesn't speak Bulgarian. So it was actually quite perfect because the couple couldn't talk to him while we were filming, and they just ignored him. So that played so well into our observational approach. He was like a fly on the wall, no one paid attention to him, and they could really allow us a glimpse into their life without trying to play along for the camera. So that was really neat. But generally it was hard because shooting in such a remote location, we had to deal with like living off a tent or a car, charging batteries, reacting on a very short notice. I remember one morning I wake up and I see a story that a cow gave birth. And I was very sad because we wanted to film the cow giving birth and we missed it. And I call Aisha, and the main character, and I ask her, why didn't you call us? She's like, oh, this happened so quickly, but Nevena, a second cow is shaking. So if you leave now, you might catch her. So we left immediately. It's a 5-hour drive. So as soon as we arrived, like 10 minutes later, the cow gave birth. So it's the magic of filmmaking, it's the magic of being creative together and co-creating with your subjects and with your team. And that's when magic happens. So it was really lovely. My name is Nevena Semova. I'm the director of Jar of Time and founder of Attic Films Bulgaria. We're working very hard, so look out for our films around festivals, hopefully streaming. And I hope to meet you in different places around the world. Thank you.